But my fear was that if I did that, I would sound like a totally biased dad, which is exactly what I am. But even though I'm biased, all the wonderful things I would say would still have been true. But the one thing I did want to say is that I'm beautiful. But anybody who really knows, as beautiful as you are on the outside, you're more beautiful on the inside. You are so sweet, so kind, so caring. You make me so proud.
Cheers!
One of the things that Lisa always had an ability to do was to make friends with really good people. She's a good judge of people. And I know that because she did such a good job of picking her parents. But I always thought that she would marry somebody who was just marvelous. But my hope was that that marvelous person would also appreciate that inner beauty that Lisa has. And she got that. But she got a whole lot more. She got Jeff. And when I first met Jeff, the first thing I noticed was 64 inches. So I look up to him in many ways. But after getting to know him, I began to realize he had so many of those great traits that I cherished in Lisa. So I have a Jeff story to tell. After they had been going out for a while, they both loved traveling. So they decided to go to New York on a long weekend. And they wanted to see my sister and my mom. And, at the time, my mom was in her 90s in a wheelchair on the frail side. So they decided to go. Now, I can preface this by saying we had not yet met Jeff. So we had asked her to, didn't happen. So they went to New York. They spent an hour or so with my mom and my sister. And when they left, Lisa gave my mom this big hug. Kind of hug that only a granddaughter can do. And then Jeff bent over, put his arms around my mom, and gave her this huge hug. My mom felt like $1 million. And no sooner were they out of the apartment that Barbara, my sister, and my mom called, and they just said, and I think they were rubbing it in a little bit because they had already met them now, how great Jeff was. And you know what they say about the critics in New York? Overnight, if you get great reviews, you know you're not a hit. So, I should get my pledge.
Yeah, you should. Jeff does a good hug.
Jeff, let me officially welcome you to the family. And 6'4", not only do you make us taller, but you make us better. Same with Nora and Alan. It's been an absolute joy getting to spend time to know you and become a family. And I'd like to tell you the best is yet to come. I have to make mention to Emily, who has affectionately for the last year been referred to as Mo, maid of honor. And she is an incredible maid of honor, but she's an even better sister. So I love you, kid. And last but not least, Judy. 90% of what you see here is her. She retired recently, and I don't think she ever realized retirement was going to be such hard work. So much of what you see is done for her. Thank you. I guess the only thing left is to raise our glasses and toast to Jeff and Lisa. And I want to quote that famous New York philosopher, my mother. What she used to always say was, if you have half of what we wish you, you will be happy beyond your wildest dreams.
True.
What time?
I am. Cheers. Yeah, of course it was. I knew Larry was going to bring his A game. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Emily. To a great sister.
try to read and talk and look up as well, because I don't trust that I'll remember what he says. Nothing means more to me than my family. And I am so happy that Lisa has found Jeff and Jeff has found Lisa. One of the things I always said to Lisa was, you need to find someone with whom you are comfortable with and you can joke around with. And you see, Lisa has a funny, silly side, and it's a wonderful part of her personality. And it makes me very happy when I see her like that. Well, I know she has found her soulmate because I have seen her being goofy with Jeff. Just a week or so ago, for example, she and Jeff sent me this photo with her in one of the boxes in which a wedding gift was packed. The photo was titled Lisa Magic, and the photo showed her fitting into the box. I love the photo because it represents a comfort level and a joy. When Lisa was a baby, I remember that I would be out with her and people would come up and say, she's beautiful. And I'm looking at some of the people around the room that walked with me. And I would say thank you. And then I felt obliged